So we'll be discussing from Bhagavad Gita 18.47. So let us start by taking the blessings. Om Gyantamara Andasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnaparishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirusheshunyavadi Paschati Deshatarane जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे जगन्नाथ बलेश्वर माई की जय. So 18th chapter conclusion. So 18.47 is the verse which we will be discussing today. श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्म स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम् श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्. It is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Duties prescribed according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reactions. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. See, as we see in this translation also, it is just like one should not take a medicine which is prescribed to someone else. Correct. One should stick to his own prescribed duties and not to take someone else's. See, it is better to engage in one's own occupation, no? Even though imperfect, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. So the result of doing your own perfect prescribed duties, even though not please, that according to one's own nature, then you will never be affected by sinful reaction. That's what Krishna says. So the basis of this prescribing occupational duties for different varnas is based on different modes of nature, which we have seen in previous verses as well, right? So the point is how to avoid the abominable nature of different kinds of work and thereby purify ourselves of all the defects of a particular varna. It is said that out of any of the varnas, no work is abominable if it is performed in the service of Supreme Lord Krishna. See, the example of the action for satisfaction of Krishna, which is an example, Arjuna fighting on the battlefield. He doesn't have any fear of degradation by doing such fighting the battlefield. That's why in Bhagavad Gita 3.9, it says everyone should be engaged according to particular mode of nature he has acquired and decide to work only to serve the Supreme Lord, Supreme cause of the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna. You know, every one of us in this middle world has been assigned certain duties by Krishna. And Krishna knows our abilities very well, what we can handle and what we cannot. And so accordingly, he has distributed the duties. So we should try to perform them very meticulously. See, even if we fail in our attempts to accomplish the task, Krishna would be pleased when one makes sincere effort to perform. The failures which we come across, it will be like lessons for us to improve ourselves in future. On the contrary, if we don't do our duty, okay, if we don't do our duty and we spend our valuable energy and time provided to us by Krishna in completing others' duties perfectly, we would surely get into trouble. So the most merciful Lord Krishna, taking into account our forgetful nature, is repeatedly stressing on this fact. He says in the verse 3.9, 3.35, Bhagavad Gita. It's the same. It is, you can see the 18.47. It is similarity in 3.35 Bhagavad Gita also. Where it says Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharma Swanishtita Swadharma Nidhanam Nishreya Paradharmo Bhavayivaha. There it says it is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than another's duty perfectly. Same is here in 47 also, right? Where it says it is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Now, the point is, we might wonder what could be the danger or sinful reaction that would affect us in performing others' duties? Please hear the question. What could be the danger or sinful reaction that would affect us in performing others' duties than our own perfect duties? Number one, the first obvious danger is we are the ones who will be held answerable for neglecting our prescribed duties. How? See, be it the boss in the middle world or Supreme Lord Krishna, both of them would be displeased. See, we cannot provide excuses to the boss in the office, right? That we were busy doing others' duties, so I could not complete my work. Cannot do that. That is the first one, first obvious danger. The second one is one more point to be noted, that is by doing others' duties, we are not helping them. Understood? By us doing others' duties, we are not actually helping them. Rather, we are depriving the opportunity of their progress. So by performing their prescribed duties, we are making them lazy. See, we can guide others. That is okay. We can guide, but not land up doing everything ourselves for them. See, there's a saying, tough seas make efficient sailors. So we should not interfere in others' duties. Now, practical example. See, as parents, we do the homework and project for our children. Right? We've seen everybody. So any parent who is serious about the child's progress, he would not do this mistake because they know very well that the child would not gain knowledge if they keep doing, if the parents do the child's assignments all along. They will not learn. He'll become lazy. See, we might have also seen how the pupa, right, it struggles inside the cocoon before it turns into a beautiful butterfly. So if we try to cut open the cocoon ourselves, what will happen? We'll only hurt the butterfly because its wings would be less strength and it will be short-lived. So on the other hand, when it comes out on its own, its wing will be fully developed and strong. So let us all abide by the words of the Supreme Lord Krishna, understanding his instructions without any misinterpretation, and perform our prescribed duties carefully. You know, each one of us are blessed with a unique talent and capacity by Krishna. So we must understand this truth and serve Krishna in the best possible manner with our respective talents. So we must not try to imitate others. That's why Prabhupada is very nicely said in the purport of this chapter, this verse 18.47. One should not imitate another's duty. A man who is by nature attracted to the kind of work done by Shudras should not artificially claim to be a Brahmana. He is attracted to Shudra's work, but so he should not artificially accept, although he is a Brahmana, although he may have been born into Brahmana family. So in this way, one should work according to his own nature. Because no work is abominable if performed in the service of the Supreme Lord Krishna. There is a nice story in this regard. See, once there lived a goat which used to eat the crops grown by the farmer. So now the farmers, they became discouraged by this. So they were very unhappy with the goat. So while going through the forest, the goat came across a tiger's skin. Because he was not, the goat was not allowed to eat, no, in the farmers. He came as a tiger skin, okay. So he had a cunning plan. It wore the tiger skin and thereby he started scaring the animals in the jungle. So as soon as the goat entered the field with the tiger skin, all the people and animals, they left the place because of fear of being killed by the tiger. Actually, it was not a tiger, goat with the tiger skin. Now, a few days passed, and the goat was having a very nice time, enjoying the grass in the absence of the others. Nothing goes unnoticed by Krishna, right? So one day, people came to know about the truth. How? Because they saw the goat, which is wearing the tiger skin, eating grass. Tigers live on flesh, right? It doesn't eat grass. So they approached. They were suspicious, and they came, approached it, and the goat got a nice beating for cheating everyone. So the lesson to be learned is that we should not imitate others. So due to our inabilities, right, we will not be able to successfully imitate them, and we definitely exhibit our weakness and would easily be get into trouble. So we should engage ourselves in serving the Supreme Lord Krishna with whatever talents He has blessed with us, and not waste our time in imitating others. So it's a very beautiful verse and very important to understand. So, so we should try to do whatever is within our capacity and as per our nature. Because see, in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna, Arjuna, he has so many excuses for not fighting, right? He told that, Krishna, I will not fight. He said, I will become a beggar. I'll go and beg. I will not fight. See, Arjuna is a Kshatriya. His nature is to fight. It will be there. Even if he becomes a beggar, there also he will start fighting because his internal nature is to be strong and powerful and right. So he cannot. So that is the by nature. So we should do our own prescriptivity. And same which Arjuna followed the instructions of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And he was victorious because he did as per the instructions of Krishna and pleased Krishna. This is a very important. Ultimate goal is to please Krishna by following his instructions. Sarvadharman Pratija Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Aham Tvam Sarupa people. Surrender to him, he will take care. I'll stop here. Granthra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Thank you for giving this opportunity to glorify the Lord. Vanchakalpataru Kripa Sindhu Bhagya Bacha. Patiranam Pavani Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sri Prabhu. Hare Krishna.